Welcome students for this session of maths. In the previous session, we have already discussed about the properties of integer for addition and subtraction. Today we will do a quick recap of that and then we will move further. So, some of the properties for addition and subtraction for integers are closure property, commutative property, associative property, and additive identity. Now, commutative property states that if a and b are integers, then a plus b is equal to c. Here we have taken c as an integer. The result will be an integer. That means if we are doing the addition of two integers, then our result will be an integer. Same for subtraction. If we are doing the subtraction of two integers, then our result will be an integer. This is closure property for integers. Second is commutative property. Now for commutative property, if a and b are integers, then a plus b is equal to b plus a. That means the shuffling of numbers, if we are changing the places of the numbers, the result will be same. This is for addition, a plus b is equal to b plus a. Now if we will move further for subtraction, then they are not equal to. So we can say that subtraction is not commutative for integers. Now another property is associative property. Now for associative property, if a, b, c are integers, then a plus b plus c inside a bracket is equal to a plus b plus c. That means here we are doing the grouping of the numbers and the result will be same for both the conditions. But this is for addition, but for the subtraction, it is not associative for integers. Subtraction is not associative for integers. Another one is additive identity. So we already know that 0 is the additive identity for integers. Now we will move forward for our exercise. Now question number 1 is, write down a pair of integers whose sum is minus 7. When we will start doing the sum, firstly we have to understand what the question is telling to us. That is, sum is minus 7. Here we have to take the two integers whose sum, that means we have to do the addition, and the answer should be minus 7. So I have taken a pair of integers. You can take different pairs of integers whose sum is minus 7. For example, I have taken minus 10 plus 3. One positive integer and one negative integer. And their sum is minus 7. Now another I have taken an example of 10 plus minus 17. Here 10 is positive integer and minus 17 is a negative integer. Their sum is minus 7. Now another one is difference is minus 10. So difference is minus 10 means we have to take the difference of the integers and then the result should be minus 10. Minus 5 minus plus 5. Here I have taken a negative integer and a positive integer. Now here, as this one is minus plus, multiplication of minus and plus, it will be a minus 5. So it will be a minus 5 minus 5. So answer will be minus 10. Another is sum is 0. We know that if we are taking any positive integer and same negative integer, the answer will be 0. So I have taken minus 5 plus 5. The answer is 0. Now question number 2. Write a pair of negative integers whose difference gives 8. So firstly we have to understand that here we have to take a pair of negative integers. That means whatever integers we are taking, that should be negative integers. And then their difference gives 8. So we have to take the subtraction over here. So I have taken a pair of negative integers which is minus 10 and minus 18. And then we have to do the subtraction of these two numbers to get 8. So minus 10 minus 18. As you know, minus inside the bracket and minus outside the bracket converts into plus sign. So minus 10 plus 18 is equal to 8. So here our answer is 8, and we have taken two negative integers which are minus 10 and minus 18. Another one is write a negative integer and a positive integer whose sum is minus 5. So I have taken another integer, a negative integer and a positive integer. So negative I have taken minus 15, positive I have taken 10, and whose sum, that means we have to do the addition, whose addition is minus 5. Students, you can take different pairs of numbers to get these answers, but you should remember whatever condition is given, you should follow the condition and it should be appropriate for the answers. Number C. Write a negative integer and a positive integer whose difference is minus 3. So here I have taken minus 2, a negative integer, plus 1, a positive integer. Now if you will do the subtraction of minus 2 plus 1, then this 1 will become minus 1 and your answer will be minus 3. Question number 3. In a quiz, team A scored minus 40, 10, 0 and team B scored 10, 0, minus 40 in 3 successive rounds. Which team scored more? Can we say that we can add integers in any order? Now in this one, firstly we have to see their scores, minus 40, 10 and 0, and here it is 10, 0, minus 40. Now you can see that both the scores of the different teams are same. Here minus 40 is there, here also minus 40, 10, 10 and 0, 0. So the answer of this question, which team scored more, will be both the teams scored same. Can we say that we can add integers in any order? Now we have already discussed about the commutative property for integers. In commutative property for integers, we have a plus b is equal to b plus a. So we can add integers in any of the order. By using this property, we can say that we can add the integers in any order. Now our next topic is multiplication of integers. For multiplication of integers, we can use these two rules. First rule states that if we have like sign, that means if we have taken the integers which are having like sign, then the product will be a positive integer. For example, if you have taken 3 multiplied by 2, positive 3 and positive 2, then your answer will be 6. Now if you have taken minus 3 multiplied by minus 2, then also your answer will be 6. Here we have taken both the integers negative integers. So if you are taking both integers positive integers, or you are taking both integers negative integers, then the product will be a positive integer. Now another one is unlike sign. Unlike sign states that if you are taking a negative integer and a positive integer. So if you are taking a negative integer and a positive integer, your product will be a negative integer. So minus 3 multiplied by 2 is minus 6, and 2 multiplied by minus 3 is again minus 6. Here we have taken one positive and one negative integer. Now another one is product of 3 or more negative integers. If we are taking the product of 3 or more negative integers, for example, we have taken two negative integers that are minus 1 multiplied by minus 1. As we have earlier seen this like sign, then our product will be a positive integer. So here both are negative, and then our answer will be a positive integer. Now if we have taken this minus integer 3 times, minus 1 multiplied by minus 1 multiplied by minus 1, then it will be a negative integer. Now if we have taken minus 1 4 times, then it will be a positive integer. So it states that if we are taking minus 1 odd times, then it will be a negative integer, and if we are taking minus 1 even times, that means 2 times, 4 times, 6 times, then it will be a positive integer. By using the rule for multiplication of integers, we will solve question number 1 of exercise 1.3. Now in exercise 1.3, question number 1 is find the product of. First one is 3 multiplied by minus 1. As we have earlier discussed that if like signs are there, then the answer will be positive. If unlike sign are there, then the answer will be negative. Here we can see that one is positive, one is negative. That means unlike sign. Your answer will be negative. 3 multiplied by 1 is minus 3. Here students, we can do this sum by taking the advantage of the rule. Firstly, we can check whether it is a positive number or negative positive number or negative number, and we can accordingly put the sign over here. Here one is positive, one is negative, so your answer will be negative, and you have to multiply 3 into 1, and that is minus 3. Next is minus 1 multiplied by 225. One negative, another positive. So our answer will be a negative integer. Unlike sign, negative answer. What you have to multiply? You have to multiply 225 by 1, and it will be 225. Because one is negative, one is positive, it will be a negative integer. Now minus 21 multiplied by minus 30. Minus 21 is a negative integer. Minus 30 is also a negative integer. Like sign, answer will be positive. 630. Now another is minus 361 multiplied by minus 1. Both are negative. Like sign, answer will be positive. Minus 361 multiplied by minus 1, answer will be 361. Another E is minus 15 multiplied by 0 multiplied by minus 18. As we know, if we are doing multiplication of any number by 0, then our answer will be 0. F is minus 12 multiplied by minus 11 multiplied by 10. Here we have already discussed about this. If minus 1 or any number you can take over here, that means minus sign odd times, answer will be minus. Or you can say that minus 1 odd times, answer will be minus 1. If you are taking minus any of the integer even times, the answer will be a positive integer. Using this one, here negative integers are 2 times. 2 times means even times. So our answer will be a positive integer. And you can multiply all these numbers 12, 11 and 10. You will get 1320. Earlier we have discussed the properties for addition and subtraction of integers. Now we will discuss the properties of multiplication for integers. Now, first one is closure property. As you know, closure property states that if you are taking any two integers, suppose a and b, the result should be an integer. Here we have taken an example, minus 20 multiplied by minus 5. Your answer will be 100. Minus 20, a negative integer, minus 5, a negative integer, 100, which is a positive integer. Another example, minus 30 multiplied by 2. This minus 30 is a negative integer, 2 is a positive integer, and your answer minus 60 is a negative integer. If you are taking integer and multiplying each other, then we will get the answers, which is product, as a integer. So in general, if a and b are integers, then a multiplied by b is an integer, states the closure property. Another one is commutative property. For commutative property, minus 3 multiplied by 4 is minus 12. Now we are shuffling the order. 4 multiplied by minus 3 is minus 12. So we can see that if we are changing the order, then also we will have the same result. So minus 3 multiplied by 4 is equal to 4 multiplied by minus 3. So in general, we can say that for any a and b are integers over here. A multiplied by b is equal to b multiplied by a. Now another is multiplication by 0. You know that minus 3 multiplied by 0 is 0. If you are taking any of the number or any of the integer and multiplying by 0, you will get the answer 0. 3 multiplied by 0 is 0. 9 multiplied by 0 is 0. 10,000 if you are taking 10,000 multiplied by 0 is 0. So in general, for any integer a multiplied by 0 will be 0. So if we are multiplying the number or the integer by 0, then our product will be 0. Another one is multiplicative identity. For this, if we are doing minus 3 multiplied by 1 is minus 3. Minus 4 multiplied by 1 is minus 4. 3 multiplied by 1 is 3. So we have to take any number for multiplication, and if we are doing the multiplication by any of the number, the same number should be our answer. So we have only one number like that, which is 1. In general, for any integer a multiplied by 1 is equal to 1 multiplied by a, which is commutative property, is equal to a. That means we can say that 1 is the multiplicative identity for integers. We have 1 as a multiplicative identity for integers. Now we will use the properties of multiplication for integers that we have discussed just now to solve this question number 3 of exercise 1.3. Now first one is, for any integer a, what is minus 1 multiplied by a equal to? Now here it is written that a is any of the integer. As you know, in integer we have positive integers, we have negative integers, and we have 0 also in integer. So we can write this one as minus 1 multiplied by a is equal to minus a. But if we are taking different situations, then we can write this one as minus 1 multiplied by a is equal to minus a if a is positive. Here I am taking all the integers, positive, 0 and negative integers, and showing what will be the effect on the result. Another is minus 1 multiplied by a when a is 0. So answer will be 0. If minus 1 multiplied by a when a is negative integer, then your answer will be a positive a, because minus 1 is also negative, here also negative, so your answer will be a positive a. Now question number 3, second one. Determine the integers whose product with minus 1 is minus 22. So minus 22 multiplied by minus 1, both negative, then your answer will be a positive 22. 37 multiplied by minus 1 is minus 37, and 0 multiplied by minus 1 is 0.